Hello, hello, and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host, Aurora, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. It is Easter Monday, and we got fresh snow again. Fucks me so up. I wanted spring, I wanted summer. Oh well, it's gonna come soon. I hope you had a good weekend. If you spent Easter by yourself, I hope it was okay. I hope you were able to connect with family. And if you were able to spend Easter with your family, then please know how blessed you are. If you're not religious and Easter doesn't mean anything to you, then I love you anyways, because religion is just a very small part of my life. Still, today I decided to talk about your beliefs and religion, because I find it very, very important that we stay aware that our experience here on planet Earth is unique. By the way, my little dog here is strolling around, sniffing around, so don't mind the background noise. I'm not going to cut it out because he's part of this podcast. So yeah, even though we sometimes look alike and we have the same hobbies, we have the same views on maybe politics or entertainment or whatever, we still have a very different approach when it comes to life. We have a different perspective. And same goes with beliefs and religion. I feel we're addressing racism right now, and it's very timely. I don't want to say it's too late, but I wish it would have happened a little earlier, but that's okay. Racism is being addressed, and this is beautiful. More and more people voice their discomfort. More and more people are aware of what is causing discomfort, and this is just a very beautiful change that I can observe here. And when it comes to religion, I feel it has to go the same way. As I said, I'm not very religious. I have my spiritual practice, and even there, when I started to heal, when I started to feel better with myself, when I started to get a grip on my depression and my anger inside of me, I discovered a couple tools that were really good for me. I started practicing meditation and yoga and just being open to spiritual practices. And then I started talking to people who were suffering from the same problems, and I observed myself trying to convince them that this is the way to go. This is what you got to do in order to feel better. And they were listening and very interested. Yet when we met a couple of weeks later, I knew right away, they didn't practice. They didn't work on themselves, and they didn't progress. And it made me so mad and upset. And this is, by the way, called abuse too. When you are trying to make another person do something, but they're not ready yet. They don't want to heal right now. They don't want to progress. So I found myself being very frustrated and angry at times. And now my dog found something to nibble on. What is it, Dozer? Oh, a rose petal. And he chews on it as if it was a heavy beef bone. So I was frustrated with my friends or acquaintances, and now I realize, no, everybody heals at their own time, wakes up at their own time, and believes whatever they want to believe. So I think what I want this episode to be about is I'm very intrigued by people who have strong beliefs and who are very religious. I find it very interesting because me, myself, I was always interested in too many things at the same time that I didn't want to close myself up, focusing just on one religion or one hobby. And I admire people, how much focus they can put into it and really live that belief and the religion. But I think at the same time, it is so important to know that we are all in the same boat and we all have the same intentions, the same agenda. We want to live in comfort. Yeah, we don't want to live in distress. We want to provide for our families and we want to live at peace. And we want to believe in a higher force, something that gives us hope and gives us strength and makes us feel as if we are part of a big, big picture. And it doesn't matter how it looks like. So for people out there who are extremely strict religious, they're probably not going to listen to my podcast, but maybe it resonates with you. Maybe you feel the same, that we have to be curious about each other's beliefs and how we, let's say, approach healing, how we approach spirituality. But we cannot walk around and try and convert people or try and make people feel shitty if they choose to believe in something else. If you choose to not celebrate Easter because it's not part of your spirituality, then awesome. If you have the 5-star dinner here 3 days in a row because of Easter, then wow, this is super cool. But also be open for people who have different beliefs. So again, we approach life very differently. When you look at siblings that go through the divorce of their parents, they will experience it on very different levels. There's going to be one sibling who's relieved and who feels like, yes, now we can finally live at peace. And the other sibling is totally in pain and devastated. And there's a huge gap now between those two or more siblings that have to go through divorce. And when it comes to religion, I lived on the little island called Mauritius for a couple weeks, and it was so beautiful and precious. There were Asian people with people from Africa, with people from Europe living together in small spaces. There were Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, like kids sharing the bus ride in the morning. And I was just sitting among them, taking a ride to the beach, and thought, wow, like those cultures in other parts of the world are hating each other, are totally avoiding each other. And here on this little magical island, we all lived together, and there were these beautiful, colorful fruit and vegetable markets where all the cultures were representing what, the fruit and the vegetables that they had growing in their community and suggesting recipes. And it was so colorful. It was so beautiful. And yeah, there might be some conflict too, but what I experienced there for a couple of weeks is that it's pretty peaceful, and on very small grounds, all different kinds of religions are living together because they allow themselves to be different. They are proud of who they are, of what they believe in, but they don't judge the other person of being different, and they are maybe even curious about the way that other people live and approach life. So yeah, this is just a little episode talking about religion. I wanted to avoid religion and politics at all costs, but I think it is important to talk about it, and it is important for you to know maybe how I think and feel about it. I'm always very glad and curious and then thankful to learn about new religions, new ways of living spirituality. So if you want to connect with me on Facebook, feel free to contact me and let me know about your practices. You can also join me on Instagram, the Borealis Experience. And yeah, I post a lot of videos and fun stuff and serious stuff, and you get to know my dogs here. And I would be happy to see a face to my beloved listener out there. So take really good care of yourself. Enjoy this beautiful day, and I will be out there for you again very soon again. Thank you for listening to the Borealis Experience. And thank you to my generous first donator, I don't even know how you say that, James Fried. He is the first one who bought me a coffee. He was, very excited to start listening to my podcast and decided to reward me with a couple dollars for a coffee. So generous and so kind of you, James. Thank you so much. All right, until next time, bye-bye.